Last weekend on the show, a viewer had a question about the waste created from decommissioning green energy projects like wind and solar. But is green energy truly green? That's customer support this weekend.
It's not easy being green. One question keeps coming to mind when everyone keeps talking about green energy such as solar and wind. What is the true cost of manufacturing these green energies, byproducts and waste? Are they truly green? I'm all for the idea, I just wish that it would explain it better. That's from Wayne Linsmeyer in Auburndale, Wisconsin. This is a great question where we can clear up some confusion about what being green means. The term green is not a scientific term, and it's not tied to some specific standard. Basically, it refers to greenhouse gas GHG emissions, most importantly carbon dioxide. The fewer GHG emissions, the greener the technology. There are no absolutely emission-free energy sources, but there is a wide range that would give perspective. To compare energy emissions, we used an analysis called life cycle assessment shown here. Beginning with the raw materials of extraction like coal, uranium, iron, lithium, or limestone, all the emissions from those activities are calculated. The same for emissions from manufacturing, transportation, actual operating emissions, and disposal. These are the emission sources critics of wind and solar often cite. Life cycle assessment studies, of which there have been hundreds, show how solar construction material, mining emissions, for example, are real but minuscule in terms of electricity generated. Here's how the generation technologies rank using identical methodology. The units are in grams of CO2 per unit of electricity generated. Those at the top are the greenest, they have the lowest emissions. Note it does not compare cost. Cost is not the point for greenness, so to speak. I will compare those another time. Again, these are life cycle totals from blueprints for a plant back to bare dirt after decommissioning. The disposal exception is hydro, since dams are deemed permanent. The most common solar technologies are highlighted and represent most of the installations. For fossil fuels, CCS refers to carbon capture and storage, but out of 224 coal plants and 3,400 gas generators in the U.S., there are fewer than 10 employing some form of CCS. It would make a whacking difference in emissions. Even with CCS, however, combustion emissions keep their lifetime emissions from coming anywhere close to wind, solar, and surprisingly nuclear. Solar and wind aren't perfectly green, but when all the life cycle emissions are totaled, they are as green as we can achieve now.
Thanks, John. Well, if you've ever been to a professional baseball game and enjoyed a bag of peanuts, they came from one North Carolina farm. We take you to those fields next.